Hello students, in this video we are going to find the cube of any two-digit number. So let's begin our day 5 challenge, which is all about finding the cube of a two-digit number. If you have not done any of our previous day challenges, please go back to the previous videos, complete the problems and then start here. Now coming to the cube. What are cubes? Cube is nothing but if x is a not zero number, then x times x times x gives you the cube of the number x cube. And one more thing that you have to note here is if x is positive, then x cube will also be positive. And if x is negative, then x cube will also be negative. Let's see this with an example, which is 2. So we all know that 2 times 2 times 2 gives you 8. In the same way, minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2 gives you minus 8. Why? Because there are odd number of negatives. So first two negatives will pair up and it will become positive, whereas the last negative is left alone. So the answer carries your minus sign. So always remember this. If the number is positive, then the cube of the number will also be positive. If the number is negative, then the cube of the number will also be negative. Now, before we go into the finding the cube of two-digit number, the task 1 for you is to find the cube of all the single-digit numbers and 10. So, task 1 is find the cube of the numbers from 1 to 10. Because if you are familiarized with this, then finding the cube of two-digit numbers will become easy for you. So, pause the video here and complete your task 1, which is finding the cube of the number from 1 to 10. I hope you did this, and if you're done with this, please now start the video again and let's go into the actual lesson, which is finding the cube of a two-digit number. Now here, when coming to the cube, there are 4 types of numbers. The type 1 is numbers starting with 1. Type 2 is numbers ending with 1. Type 3, the same numbers are repeating, and type 4, different numbers. Both the numbers are different. So let's start our lesson with the type 1, which is the number starting with 1. Say for example, the number 12. The very first step is write the 1 and the 2 as such. And in the third place, square this number 2, which is 2 times 2 gives you 4. And in the fourth place, again multiply it with the 2 again. So 4 in times 2 gives you 8. It's the square. It's the fourth last place is your cube. And after that, second step is double your middle 2 digits alone. So doubling means timesing it by 2. So 2 times 2 gives you 4 and 4 times 2 gives you 8. So now the third step, which is our final step, which is just adding up the numbers. So 8 plus nothing gives you 8. 4 plus 8 gives you 12. So 2 here and 1 carried forward. And 1 plus 2 plus 4 gives you 7 and 1 aside. So the 12 cube is 1728. It's as simple as that. Within 3 steps, you can solve this problem. And each step takes minimum of 2 to 3 seconds. So that's it. Now let's see another example to understand this type better. So take the number 16 square. So first step, write the number 1 and 6 as such. In the next 2 places, write the square as well as the cube of the number 6. Now the second step. Put the cross at the first place and the last place and double your center 2 digits. Okay? Like this. And now 2 times 6 gives you 12 and 36 times 2 gives you 72. Now again add up. While you adding up, take the 2 digits as the carry forward. So 6, bring it down and take this 21 as a carry forward. 260, 6 is brought down and 21 is taken as a carry forward. Now 21 plus 36 plus 72 gives you 9. Not just 9 but 129, but 12 is taken as a carry forward. Only 9 is written here. And now 12 plus 6 plus 12 gives you 30. So 0 alone here. Take 3 to the next place. So 3 plus 1 gives you 4. So the cube of 16 solution is 4096. It's as simple as that. Now coming to the type 2, which is the numbers ending with 1. Say for example, the number 21. The same thing, but you are writing in the reverse order. So start with 1. Since 1 is at the end, you will be writing this 1 at the end again. So then 2, then square of 2, then the cube of 2, which is 8. Now, as in the previous type, the first and last place you will be putting a cross and then double the middle 2 digits and then add up. 1 as such, 2 plus 4 gives you 6, 4 plus 8 gives you 12, so 1 carried forward, so 9. So cube of 21 is 9261, right? Very interesting, right? So to understand it a little better, let's take the next number, which is 71 cube. As I told you already, since 1 is at the end, put the 1 here, then 7, and then the square of 7, which is 49, and then the cube of 7, which is 343. Now, put the cross for the first and the last place, double your center 2 numbers alone. So 7 times 2 gives you 40, and 49 times 2 gives you 98. So now add up the third step. 1 plus nothing gives you 1. 7 plus 14 gives you 21. So 1 here, 2 carried forward. And 2 plus 49 plus 96 gives you 9. And 14 is carried forward. And 14 plus 343 is 357. So the answer for 71 cube is 3,57,911. Right? It's easy to understand. If not, do practice little more time, you will understand it and you can do it faster. And now coming to the next type, which is type 3, where both the numbers are same. The same numbers will be repeating twice. Say for example, the number 22. Since both the numbers are same, you will be filling all the 4 places with 8 alone, which is the cube of 2. Now double the center digits. So 8 times 2 gives you 16. 8 times 2 gives you 16. Now add up all the digits. The problem is done. So 8 plus nothing gives you 8. 8 times 2 gives you 8 times 2 gives you 16. Then 8 times 2 here also 16. And adding up 8 plus nothing gives you 8. 8 plus 16 gives you 24. So 4 here, 2 carried forward, and 8 plus 16 plus 2 gives you 26. So 6 here, 2 is carried forward. Now 2 plus 8 gives you 10, and that's our cube of the number 22. Right? Same thing. Let's understand it with one more example. 55 cube. Since both the numbers are same, let's fill all the 4 places with 125 alone, which is the cube of 5. Now 125 is written in all the 4 places. Middle 2 digits alone, double it. So you get 250 and 250. And now sum it up. So we are going to write only the one place, right? So 5 alone is brought down and 12 is taken as a carry forward. Now 12 plus 125 plus 250 gives you 387. So 7 at the bottom and 38 on top. And 38 plus 125 plus 250 gives you 430. So 3 is at the bottom, 41 on top. And 41 plus 125 gives you 166, which is the cube of the number 55. So I hope all these 3 types are following the same pattern and you can solve it within 10 seconds maximum, right? So all this pattern are same. So if the number is starting with 1 and the number and the double of the number, then square of the number and then the cube of the number. If it is ending with 1, that number, square of the number, cube of the number. If both the numbers are same, just the cube of the number in all the 4 places, then middle 2 numbers alone double and you have to add it and write only the 1's digit and take remaining digits as a carry forward. Very simple, right? Now, coming to our 4th type where both the 2 numbers are different. Say for example, the number 23. How do we find the cube of the number 23? Here is where you need to pay much more attention. So split the digit into 2. Write the cube of 2 first step. and write the cube of 3, which is 27. So both the ends are done. Now coming to the middle part, how do you get the middle part is square this number 2 times 2 times 3. So 2 times 2 times 3, which is 12. And next part you have to do 2 times 3 times 3, which is nothing but first part 2 square into 3. The next part 2 times 3 square. I hope you are getting it, right? So as you can see, 2 times 2 times 3 gives you 12. And in the next part, 2 times 3 times 3, which is nothing but 18. Right? Now, same thing like before. Double your middle two digits. So 12 times 2 gives you 24. 18 times 2 gives you 36. Now add up the numbers. So 27, we will be bringing 7 alone to the bottom. And 2 is taken as a carry forward. Now 2 plus 18 plus 36 gives you 56. So 6 is at the bottom, 5 is carried forward. Now 5 plus 12 plus 24 gives you 41. So 1 is written, 4 is taken as carry forward. 4 plus 8 gives you 12. So the cube of 23 is 12,167. The steps are same. Only thing, for the middle two parts, you have to write the first number square into the second number and second number square times the first number. I hope you are getting it. So to understand it better, let's see one more problem, which is 92 cube. As we said already, split the number into 2. 9 cube is 729 and 2 cube is 8. So write at both the ends. For the middle part, 9 times 9 times 2, which is 162. And for the next part, 9 times 2 times 2, which is 36. After this, as usual, double your center two numbers alone. You get 162 times 2 gives you 324 and 36 times 2 gives you 72. So now sum it up from your right hand side. So 8 plus nothing gives you 8. 36 plus 72 gives you 108. So 8 at the bottom and 10 carried forward. 10 plus 162 plus 324 gives you 496. So 6 is at the bottom and 49 on top. And 49 plus 729 gives you 778. So the cube of 92 is 7,78,688. Instead of doing the long method, if you can do it in this method, you can solve it in very few seconds. And remember, you need practice. Once you practice this well, you will be able to solve it within few seconds itself. So to do that, we'll be coming to our task. And before we go to the task, I have a basic explanation of this, which is your identity. You must be known by this time, or if you are all you don't know. So this is the identity using which we have done all our tricks and got the answer quickly. So a plus b the whole cube. Here the number, say for example 24. 2 is your a and 4 is your b. What we did there 2 cube and we did the 4 cube. We kept it at the two different ends, right? So it is 8, it is 64. Then you have to do, I'll tell you what we need to do here. Okay. Now 2a square b, which is nothing but 2 times 2 times 4, and this is 2 times 4 times 4. That is what we did in your step number 2, right? And then we have to multiply it with 3. Instead of doing it, what we did, we doubled it. By doubling, what we are getting? We are already multiplying it by 2. Multiplying it by 2 and adding it one more time literally means multiplying it with 3. So that is what we are doing in the step number 2, which is getting the double of the middle two numbers. So already one time is here and you are getting 2 times of that same number again. When you add these two things, you will get 3 times. So this trick is there in our 21 days multiplication book. If you want to grab that book, the link is in the description and you can get it. So using this trick in the identity, we are solving this cube problem very easily and very quickly, and most importantly, very correctly. Okay. So this is the basic algebraic identity which we are using to calculate the cube of any two-digit number. I hope you loved the lesson. If so, please give a like and subscribe to our channel for more such useful videos. And now coming to our task, the most important one. The task for you now here is to find the cube of the numbers which is starting with 1, 14. 14 cube, and the next one ending with 1, which is 51 cube, and both the numbers same, which is 33 cube, and finally both the numbers are different, which is 42 cube. Solve this and don't forget to post your answers. Okay. I hope you enjoy this video. See you in the next video. Thank you.